Inquisitive Leader podcast. My name is Bowie Carpenter. I am a visionary advisor, strategist, and executive coach, bringing over 29 years of professional experience as an individual contributor, manager, and leader of large-scale teams. I'm also the creative architect of this podcast. It is such a pleasure to welcome you into the Inquisitive Leader community. Today's episode is about AI and the new wave of leadership that is needed as we enter into the most advanced technological age to date. So, here's a fact. Everyone can embrace leadership in life, but here's the thing. The role of a leader today has shifted. Command and control leadership, that strict top-down approach that thrived in less complex times, just doesn't suffice anymore. In today's world, nothing stands still. Sometimes everything shifts and morphs faster than we might even be able to process. And that pace is driving this incredible shift toward leadership models focused on collaboration, inclusion, and adaptability. Deloitte actually points out that organizations nowadays aren't just seeking taskmasters. They're searching for those leaders who thrive amidst ambiguity, leaders who can assemble diverse teams and drive real-world innovation through human connections. So let's talk traits. What makes a next-gen leader? The first is adaptability. Now, adaptability is one of those words we throw around, but think of it as being like a river. It flows around obstacles, carving new paths as it goes. You see businesses, large and small alike, turning to leaders who can remain calm under pressure, pivot sharply when necessary, and still persevere. And then there's emotional intelligence. You hear this term everywhere, right? But at its core, it's really about being emotionally attuned to yourself and those around you, building that trust within a team and fostering an environment where people feel valued. That's invaluable. Now, another thing that sets these leaders apart is their commitment to learning, and not just professional learning, lifelong personal learning too. Leaders who aren't afraid to say, I don't know, or admit when they're out of their depth, but take action to bridge that gap anyway. That's courage, that's humility, and frankly, it's what teams respect most. I've personally encountered leaders who thrived during moments of crisis, not because they had all the answers ready, but because they approached challenges with curiosity. And let's not forget technological savvy. A leader doesn't need to be a coder or a data scientist, but embracing technology as a tool for transformative change is just, well, it's non-negotiable at this point. Leadership, as we know it, has always been, at least partially, shaped by the tools of the time, tools that help us organize, communicate, and think beyond what a single person or team can handle alone. But let me tell you, nothing has promised transformation quite like artificial intelligence. According to a McKinsey Global Survey, AI capabilities, think natural language processing or predictive analytics, have grown massively over recent years, and its influence, it's growing deeper and deeper. Now, AI in leadership isn't just about automating a few tasks or streamlining operations. It dives right into how we make decisions, how we engage, and really how we lead. Picture this, you're managing a project. The deadlines are tight, the variables are endless. AI tools, let's say data analytics, can do the labor of uncovering patterns, spotting risks, or even predicting outcomes before you might even realize you need to. It's not removing the human element, it's amplifying it. Leaders who embrace this early are carving paths through ambiguity far more efficiently than their peers. But let's not overpaint the picture here. AI also brings challenges that demand thoughtful leadership, particularly around ethics. For instance, data privacy, striking a balance between using data effectively and safeguarding individuals' private lives. Add to that the issue of bias. AI systems learn what we feed them, and if that data is skewed, so is the output. So, leaders need to ensure transparency, continual oversight, and a deep understanding of the AI systems they integrate. These are not passive decisions. AI tools don't just live in tech. When paired with the right leadership mindset, they can become transformative. Curious, integrative thinking, and frankly, courage are what allow tech like AI to assist leaders in amplifying not just their own effectiveness, but that of their teams. As we step back and look at the big picture of leadership in this AI powered era, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. Our ability to adapt isn't just an advantage, it's necessary. And what does that adaptability look like? It's equal parts emotional intelligence and technological curiosity. Two qualities that at first glance might feel worlds apart, but are deeply intertwined when it comes to leading teams effectively. AI is not a replacement for human insight, it is a partner. Think of the collaboration platforms many of us now rely on: Slack, Microsoft Teams. Tools like these are reshaping how we stay engaged with our teams, whether we're across the building or across the globe. They're helping leaders maintain alignment and foster trust, even in times of flux. Now, we'd be remiss not to talk about systems thinking, another skill that future-ready leaders can't afford to ignore. Whether you're overseeing a project or rethinking organizational strategy, the ability to connect the dots, see patterns, and anticipate unintended consequences, that's what separates reactive leadership from proactive leadership. Leaders capable of moving seamlessly between big picture strategy and detailed nuances are truly positioned to empower their teams and inspire innovation. Here are 5 ways that leaders can sharpen several AI-related skills to thrive in the evolving workplace. Leaders should develop the ability to effectively interact with AI systems, treating them as valuable tools for idea generation, problem solving, and decision-making support. Understanding how to leverage AI to enhance efficiency and drive business outcomes is crucial for modern leaders. Leaders should remain flexible, learn continuously, and adjust their strategies as new technologies emerge. While AI excels at data processing, leaders must focus on developing empathy, self-awareness, and relationship management skills to guide their teams effectively. Leaders need to be adept at identifying and resolving issues that may arise when implementing AI solutions in their organizations. Finally, leaders must develop the ability to navigate the ethical considerations surrounding AI implementation and ensure responsible use within their organizations. By focusing on these skills as a leader, you can effectively harness the power of AI while maintaining the human touch essential for successful leadership in the AI era. So, as we wrap up today, I encourage you to think about the tools you've been avoiding, not because they're unnecessary, but simply because they seem daunting. Here is a challenge. What one AI tool will you try out in the next 2 weeks? It's not about mastering every AI technology. It's about cultivating a mindset of learning and questioning. Combine that mindset with emotional intelligence, and not only will you be ready to adapt, but to thrive as your organization enters uncharted territory. And let's not forget, great leadership will always start with empathy, because no software, no algorithm will ever rival the value of human connection. And that's all for today. Until next time, Keep learning, stay curious, and as always, lead with heart.